Well, how do I get up here? I imagine... No, you can't interact with it from here? No, you absolutely can't. Well, I've opened up another fucking section of the map. This is amazing! This game gets bigger and bigger and bigger every goddamn day! It's every day, we're only 2 days in. Every time I fucking play. Alright. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Excuse me. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Oh, what have we got here? Flip up glasses, the auditor. Which does... What do you do? Logic, -1 authority. Our authority is getting a little over the top, but it does tell me... It does give me very useful information sometimes. Like, you know, telling me to make sure the fucker stays, and it gives me the option to press people a little more. And I quite like that. I like being this big authority boy. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. And 15 cents! Getting a tiny bit richer every 5 seconds. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. I feel like I should come outside later? Considering he didn't walk inside, did he? He walked across the balcony, as far as I remember. And there could be some very important people in here to talk to. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. And that's important information how? I don't fucking know. Oh my god, we could just break into this fucker's apartment. Incredible. Let's get rid of the little wire cutters. And use my torch instead. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Fucking disgusting, okay. 42 cents. Eventually we'll make a fucking real out of all this. What do we got in here? Door to apartment number 12. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the door frame with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno de Reuter. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives. The lieutenant nods, and the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills. Let me try interfacing with the door. Did I even save? Because I should have saved. There we go. Alright, we got the wire cutters. Hey! Snip! The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. Links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. I know there's no stopping you. Let's at least make this quick. Is this a good idea? He could be the muscular man, to be fair. Oh, Papa Kuno! Can I just poison him? Can I commit my very own murder? Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. This fucker can read. Kinda surprised. His son definitely can't. What do we got here? Glossy erotica covers the walls. Wrinkled from moisture. Oh dear. I wish I could level up Shivers more. It's one of my favorites. What's gonna be useful in this situation? We're about to get our ass kicked by Kuno's dad, that's for sure. Authority helps, composure would help in this situation. But it's also boring. I quite like being just this insane disaster of a human who falls apart with every other fucking second, you know? I like Inland Empire. I kind of want to keep leveling that up. Authority could stay where it is. A spirit to core, maybe. Conceptualization, maybe. Creativity. Murders are creative. I don't exactly consider them an art, but some people definitely would. Accept. And check out what he's writing. Writing desk. A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw. Delicious, just drinking your morning amphetamine. Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on the table. Good. Confiscated. The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. Fine, take the speed. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Well, I mean, these are the drugs that Kuno wanted. Do we deal with the man? I mean, I have saved. Sir, A pile of clothes, a bundle of clothes heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels, and a duvet. Some socks, even. Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at the pile of clothes. The Lieutenant's covered his nose. Slowly reach out your hand. Something underneath there is breathing. It's not too late. No one's gonna blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Your hand touches a greasy duvet, covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. Hear a growl. There is something alive underneath. Pull it off. You see a 60-year-old fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. What the fuck have you been doing, sir? Whose ass are you eating? There's no one here. You don't have to take him down. He's already down. Kim, is this thing even alive? I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves. Points to the fleshy lump sticking out from the other end of the blanket. The limb seems to be twitching from time to time. A groan rises from the throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep. What's he trying to say? I want to know. I have to know this. Because it could be the most depressing thing in the entire world. He is indeed an extremely depressing man. God damn it. That's over like a 50% chance now. Fuck you, game. That's how that works, right? You just add the statistics on top of each other. I'm smart. I actually aced math when I was in school, and now I know none of it, because schools are bullshit. Don't go to school, kids. Do go to school. That's bad advice. I dropped out of college. For good reason, to be fair. It was fucking boring, and that's my good reason. Here we go. Fuck you! I've done it 4 times, and it's over a quarter. You're an arsehole, buddy. Really? Jesus, I should have jump cut. I didn't expect it to take more than like 3 tries. Especially not over 4. That doesn't even make much sense. Hello, game. Are you gonna work? Thank you. Yay! Man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. Hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. It draws upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. Are you gonna let a semi-conscious degenerate disrespect you? You're awake. He's awake! His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again. At least he got to say his piece. Kuno, you poor little bastard. I mean, I don't know, maybe you were the little shit first, and that's why your dad has become an alcoholic, drug addict, piece of shit, fucking dying in his bed, but I don't fucking know. Is this Kuno's father we're seeing? Judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is. The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. Doesn't look like he's gonna fuck anyone up anytime soon. No, it really doesn't. The lieutenant tilts his head. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but... The lieutenant thinks to himself, at least he won't be beating his son. A pair of half-open bug eyes are staring back at you from the dark, empty and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake. Hold on. This is serious damage. I'm still not sure he's not dead. Actually, let's ask what happened to his eyes. Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. This is serious damage. I'm not entirely sure he isn't dead. Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with a strong stench of alcohol. Fuck. Pigs. Look, he's trying to communicate. Maybe we should help him, somehow. What is there to do? You turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit. But he's already on his side. Excellent form! Poor guy. We could take him to Remedy or St. Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few. The lieutenant stops, listening to him. Years, months, weeks. The pile of blankets grunts miserably. It took your amphetamine, old man. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body. That was fucking depressing. What a dark, depressing fucking world this game inhabits. Jesus, man. Like, I've got a lot of experience with people who, like, abuse drugs long into that period of their lives. It's just... okay, moving on. Sorry. That was a little bit... That was too real. What do we got here? Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Okay, so devil worshippers. Fantastic. That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. Iconography of communism. Oh, it is? I thought it was going to be some kind of child sacrifice. In other words, inspect the symbol closer. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Marzov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retain the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats are already using it. What's the deal with the antlers? The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world. And at the same time, above it. Why white? As white is the color of peace. What does it evoke in me? Smoke superiority? Aesthetic musings? The triumph of capital is undeniable, but maybe the guns were sort of cool? Revolutionaries had loads of guns. Well, who lives in here? The door has been closed with a padlock. The chalk-drawn number on the board says 11. Let's examine it. So I could break in. A solid pair of chain cutters will make short work of it, or I can knock. No reply. Am I a bastard? Almost definitely, but I need to break in. I need to know what's what here. I'm gonna put away the pry bar since we just don't seem to be able to use it at the moment. As much as I love the pry bar, it's been almost useless. I've used it on like one thing. 28%? Oh god, I'm gonna die! Oh, well that was really quick. The shackle snaps like a twig and the log falls to the floor with a little thud. Should be possible to enter now. After you, detective. Whose house am I invading today? You guys seeing that, right? Is this about to get even darker? 9mm bullet! What the fuck? Also, cool jacket, so I'm taking it, but why the fuck have I found a bullet? Am I gonna find my gun in this random house? Seems that way, huh? Conceptualization. But I like a spirit decor and shivers. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, I'm gorgeous! But I really like my police jacket. So I'll hold on to that for now. I like being in tune with the streets or whatever. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Well, there's nothing really in here, huh? Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. What's this? Bust of Krasmazov. A plaster cast. Depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Krasmazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all. Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom? The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. He looks around, but mumbling to himself. How fitting. Kim, you have to admit, this Krasmazov bears a striking resemblance to me. Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov? I have to consider and investigate all possibilities. Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now. See him with me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance? Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns, but seems like old Kraz here didn't drink nearly as much as you. How do you know? The bust is probably just a romanticized depiction anyway. Very well. The lieutenant leans in closer to the sculpture. Let's look for identifying features then. He puts a finger on a pale dot embellishing the bust's cheekbone. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you? I can't tell. I can't see my face. Alright, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran. You don't. I'm part Samaran myself. The lieutenant closes his eyes. Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then, I don't care. He opens his eyes again, tilting his head in quiet wonder. Why are you so hellbent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway? Oh god. Ah! As he was totally a gangster at a bank robbery, went for all the cash in the world. That's me. No, I'm not a fucking... I don't want to go comment. I trust my feelings. Alright, Kraz. The lieutenant notes, if you say so. Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works. I don't... Fine. I suspect that's exactly what they're trying to do. He leans closer to inspect the economics book on the table. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some of you still keep the ideology going, it seems. Let's have a look at that thought, shall we? The suicide of Krasmazov. Well, we don't have room for a thought anyway at the moment, so I guess I'll wait until we get our next skill point. I, however, am incredibly nervous about what the fuck I'm gonna find behind this door. Here's someone walking around inside, rearranging furniture. Number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Knock again. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. It's the police. Open up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again, as the other side walks right up to the door. The tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant. Let's go. The lieutenant says, we don't have a reason to get inside that apartment. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. Just leave. So, I thought that was a corpse. I thought that was like a hanging. I thought someone had been hung yet again. I guess that's not the case. Door number 9 is locked. Okay, I love how big this place is. 25 cents, yes please. Probably more than this bitch gets paid the entire day, but I'm just gonna take it. I wonder where that exit is leading to.
Give me a moment.
Oh, it's you! An elderly woman is leaning on her broom. Her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Oh, she sneezed into a dirty handkerchief. I feel so bad for you. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Don't you worry about me.
Red spots appear on her cheeks. You're still worried. It's very worrying.
What do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence. Who are you? I'm no one, just an old woman who cleans these hallways. Do you live here? If you can call it living. Before wiping, she spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom. I have a little room upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. She juts out her chin, eyes shining. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. And all she gets, too. Coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker on the balcony. Yes, I know who you mean. Scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right? She looks at the other end of the hallway. What's he in trouble for? No trouble. Just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Talk! Cleaning lady starts laughing. She squeezes at a broom, trying to catch her breath. I didn't just start dying, by the way. I was role-playing as the woman, because that's apparently what she did. What was so funny about that? He lives upstairs in number 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors out there. She points east. He's usually home in the evening. Thank you. He turns to you. We should go check on his apartment in the balcony, see if he's home. Well, I have a few questions about the apartments. Is one of the residents on a vacation? A mailbox is overflowing. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone. They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else. Who lives in apartment number 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. But I just talked to someone through the door. Impossible, cleaning lady says, shaking her head. I would know if someone had moved in there. She pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again, breaking into our house like it's public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will ya? Yeah, I'll take it on. I'm very nervous now. Maybe it is a hanging. Great. Young people, there were some rats, you know. Always littering in the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans. Who lives behind the padlocked door? I probably already broke into it. Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell him to study. Astrology? Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism. A symbol of a what now? Communism. You know, like in the World Revolution. Never heard of it, cleaning lady replies before another coughing spell takes hold of her. Tell me about the man who lives at the end of the hallway. Uno de Reuter. Cleaning lady starts digging for something in her pockets. Oh, I don't want to talk about de Reuters, she mutters. Why not? Addicts, all of them. And sometimes I hear him screaming. She winces. I don't like me cleaning behind their door. Think I'm listening in on their fights. It was dirtier there. After the janitor's closet, she avoids that end of the hallway. We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted? No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kid that they haven't been thrown out. I don't like talking about those people. Well, what can you tell me about Cindy? The artist? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for the others. That's all, thanks. I'm off. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Locked door? What is that? I don't know, man. I'm fucking lost. So many places I can go! Note reads foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. What the fuck is this? This isn't where you live, is it, old lady? Waves crashing in the darkness. A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. Rub your sides for warmth. A former architect stands before a slice of window. A room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen. Temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Her face is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. The plan. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. Look around. It's clean and empty. A new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty. That was the sound of a shiver, by the way. I think I pulled that off very well. Can I go in here? Absolutely not. Well, before we leave this place, a few things I want to check out. Also, I didn't check this out. Postcard. Boogie Street. Oh, hell yeah. Well, let's try and make our way in, shall we? This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Excuse me? Of course not. There's no sweet talking your way in there. Be official. You have plenty of reason to enter. Are you cooking morphine in there? I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Oh, come on! There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Well, that was easy. That was smart, the lieutenant says, nodding toward the unlocked door. Hello? Well, you're not a corpse. I'm gonna take your shoes. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. What? Okay, I mean, I'll take them. Looks like a fine mattress. Who are you? Oh, you're terrifying. Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see? She jingles a set of keys in her hands. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you. Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. I'm gonna inspect it. Feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Special Administrative Region written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details. Be friendly. Nice haircut. Thank you. She slips her passport back in her purse. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. What are you doing here? I need to get it ready for the next lease. But as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. Sounds like they're reprehensible. Who lived here? It was some kind of moribund old man. Used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. She stops, hesitating. But that was months ago anyway. Was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. We lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway. Oh, that's another huge mess. Former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3! We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door, and there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall? Can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone, the money's gone, just like that. Snaps her fingers. The sum must have been puny. Oh, it irks her. The incompetence. Couldn't have been that much money. My money has also disappeared, I think. Well, it does not disappear from my hands. I don't let it. It couldn't have been that much money. Apartments look pretty shabby. These apartments are perfectly fine. Have a gorgeous architecture of a million-real view of the bay. Good ventilation, neighbors, life spark, and they're affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. It's as if they're real wizards, able to resurrect dead real estate and breathe life into bank accounts. So wait, what happened with the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable, but both! She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest. That's all. Thank you. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Report back to the cleaning lady. Oh, okay. There must have been so many things where I have to report back that I just completely didn't do because I didn't think about it.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants. Oh, I see. She takes the handkerchief out and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Lacks women and sexual deviance. That's who come. Spit. Yeah, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. Oh, I do like wizards, she agrees wholeheartedly. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates. She means clairvoyance. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Is there anything else I need to do in this absolute hellhole? I guess not, huh? Well, we got several places to check out now. We got the first balcony. I don't know which one is which, but I mean, either way, we get XP from just exploring all the lovely little orbs, and I get to learn more about this hellhole. It's beautiful, disgusting, dirty, filthy city. What do we got in here? 75 cents! So glad I broke in there. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. What about up here? This looks like a fucking jail. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Oh, that's nice. Sure love rosemary, thyme, and cacti. Door apartment number 28. Door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door. No one answers. Looks like the young man we're looking for isn't home. Think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. Looks around, taking the cold spring air. We should return tomorrow after we've finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? What do you mean? Smoke on the balcony. That's why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow, 9 p.m.? Suddenly he looks a little worried about your memory. Don't worry, it's mostly all still there. You can remember things. You got this. Sounds good. Tomorrow at 9. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. right here. Apartment 28. Write it down in his little notebook. Good, let's go. Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today. Okay. So door to apartment number 29. What, we don't care about any of the others? Why not? No, seriously, why not? Where the... I have tried to go through here, right? Okay. Now, I assume that actually does mean tomorrow and not just, like, come back here at any 9 p.m. and I accidentally miss it because I'm just going to fuck off for the day now. Because that would be incredibly annoying. Either way, I want to go check out the other balcony over here. And also there's an exit, which I'm kind of intrigued by. I don't know where any of this is going to lead. I think maybe we'll be able to get up to, what's your name? We just spoke to you. The Skull. Cindy the Skull. Or whatever. Yes, hello. Oh, so you live here. I see. I thought this was like another street. Well, how you doing, girl?
Ooh. The piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Do pigs have hooves? I don't think they do. That's right. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Oh, you got nothing to say? Bitch. Man, you suck. Cindy. Well, is this your house? Oh, I can just get right in. Fair enough. There was probably a lot more to explore out there, but oh well. Holy shit, this better not be your house. Oh, it's the coal room. Okay. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Oh my god, this is her. Or Cindy. Never mind. What's in here? Oh, I'm so sorry, Cindy. And some jeans. Takes down my reaction speed, but ups my electrochemistry. I think the ones we wear right now are just good in general. Yeah, I don't want to take those off. Though I will gladly steal jeans. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Well, this place is useless, at least for now. I should probably put away my torch. It's kind of totally useless at the moment. So we got two things to do without Kitsuragi, right? And that is talk to the little lady, whose name I've forgotten. Kiara? Whatever her name is? You know who I mean. Classier. That's it. Above, tops flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. Oh no, I thought the other one was talking to the rich lady over in the boat, but we already did that by just asking him to fuck off, huh? The lock is rusty. You can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back here. Well, this place wasn't particularly useful, was it? Oh, what? You actually want to talk now? What's going on?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours? Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Huh. Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in this city... does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it. Huh. Not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now. I'm doing nothing at all. The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now. Really? You're a miner? Yeah, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Is that an innuendo? Because I don't know how old you are. Cool, I have other questions. Shoot, piggy! That's what you do, innit? I don't actually have a gun at the moment because I lost it on the streets full of all you degenerates, so that's safe. What's this? Ruination has come. Broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. towered over the harbour until it happened. Form a guess about what happened. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline, fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. And the tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed. And they had a perfect firing line. Take in the ocean. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better parts of the realm. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. Look at the ruins in the water. Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too. Clavicles littering the ocean floor. Who did this? This damage? A fleet. Combined armies of the Occident and Grad, with Mesque volunteers. A 5-nation army. Hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful that the ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored to the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water. Far in the northeast, cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds. Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city? The Coalition, says the lieutenant. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here. He does not like talking politics of this kind. Doesn't really like talking politics in general, right? He's moralist, he's centrist. He seems to just try and avoid that kind of topic. Fair enough, I mean, he's got a job to do. I tend to take up most of our time bullshitting about politics. Let's not go that way, we'll go this way. Hopefully now that's opened up a shortcut between where she's normally like, oh, I don't believe your police officers, you ain't coming in kind of bullshit, to everywhere else, because that was getting real annoying. But I now have quite literally no idea where to fucking go, and I still haven't got the corpse down.
Trying to sneak up.
Do I have to go all the way back around? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, hopefully this won't take all that long. I think we've, as much as we haven't really progressed on the specific murder investigation, I think we have made shitloads of progress today. We've met a lot of people, we learnt a lot of things. Our memory's coming back, we're piecing things together. We are learning about all the arseholes that populate this disgusting city. And it's amazing. For now, however... Oh, hey, you're up here. Oh, wait, you're always up here, aren't you? We just haven't walked this distance for quite some time. Can I... I'm gonna vomit, aren't I? You've waited long enough. It's still no way of doing it. It's legendary. I can't... We're gonna vomit. I don't want to vomit. Kuno, can you piss off? Oh, wait, I did a thing for you, didn't I? Your dad's nearly dead.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I don't want to voice you again. I forgot how much I actually hate you, Kuno. Let me look in my book. Well, I have to report back to him no matter what. I've saved. Let's see what happens.
Does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. I took care of the drug situation. Alright, so you're Kuno's kilo? He rubs his hands together. Here's how we do it. First you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, and Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Aren't you going to ask how I got past your dad? Word on the streets you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker? Distraction style? Some slick shit. He nods approvingly to Kim. Not a single muscle moves on the man's face. By kilo you mean gram, right? Kuno knows what Kuno means. Kuno means gram. I love the dialogue so much. I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs, Kuno. You're 12. Alright, he taps the side of his head. Kuno knew you'd try that snaky pig shit on him. Tell him, Kuno! Kuno's got brains. Shit don't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major. Major fucking choice, pig! Kuno won't take the shit lightly. Pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit. It's hard to see how not giving the boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow this will change things. It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids, the lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly. What, if any, is the downside to not giving the drugs to Kuno? None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him, in another life where he trusts you. Tick, 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 tick. The boy flicks an imaginary domino piece with his index finger. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno? I can't give drugs to a child, can I?